Started a little late, but I'm about to be on the air here in a second. I'll see you soon. Bye. Yep.
What is
Good
going
job.
on? Why is this not?
Thank you. I'll see you
Okay,
soon.
it's live there.
Bye.
There we go. We are live.
You said we live now?
We are live now.
Yeah, Kel, he's calling you everything.
Oh, I got one open. I got one open. All right, take two. We're back. Click that the podcast is in the building. Your boy's in the building. King Bogus. Yeah. Doing our thing, making it does what it do. Your boy Jives English in the building. It has been, it's been a hell of a day. Just to get here and fighting I-95 traffic has been an event in and of itself. There you go.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
What the hell?
Yeah. We are back. Better than ever. Man, it was a fight. So this episode's got to go up. It's got to do something, man. Kel Denise is in the building, taking her seat. All that noise.
DJ KD.
Making it do what it do.
Nigga sound like she was dropping the mic over there.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hola.
Yeah, man, having a good time. We're in the building. All right, calm down, everybody. Boy, it has been a tough couple of days, man. It has been heavy, man. Traffic on I-95, man. We were supposed to be up like 2 hours ago, man. But it was just hell and high water to get here. Fight every uphill and upstream. Goodness. We sat by a boat, like a pirate boat.
It was a float type.
It was a float type of boat made out
It
of
was
a
a-
bus.
Like think like a pirate boat, but it was made out of a bus.
But it was
And drivable.
yeah.
It was on the highway.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what universe y'all were in, but seemed fun.
Man, let me tell you.
Pirates of the Caribbean face us.
it was like that. It was like that. They had like the barrels that they have, like the barrels were actually the speakers. So you were listening to we was in gridlock to
They
a
was
soundtrack.
playing music too.
Yeah.
Pirate music.
No.
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
80s music,
Yeah.
like disco stuff.
Motor in face ass.
Yeah. It was
They played Michael Jackson. They thought
Yeah.
it was Squad.
Oh, okay. Saw you niggers over there. I was like, hey.
they was getting off the boat and like handing out beads to people.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's turn.
Y'all see, I don't have any beads.
Yeah, she better not have no motherfucker.
Yeah, so I was
The
saying.
fuck? She even asked me, "Dad, baby, can I get some?" Come on, man, for real. For real, son.
I
What did
said,
you
like,
just
does
say?
a bra count?
She hit you with the D word
What?
when she asked. She said daddy when she asked.
No, she didn't. She
No.
Oh, I was about
Nah,
to
no, she
say
doesn't.
I'm not
'Cause
that
that's-
bad.
because
Jeez.
that's like top manipulation.
Yeah, but she's done it. Like
Can I
she's
go?
not above it. I don't
Right.
want her to sit over
Let's-
there
hold
like
on.
I would
Yeah,
never.
She's like,
I didn't say that. I said I wasn't that bad. Thank you.
oh, that time.
Yeah, that time, that
Right.
in particular moment.
Crazy work.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't appreciate this already.
yeah, no, it was no, it's but
Bad kill. No. Crazy.
no, but it was actually like like we got on the road a little bit late, but like 2:30. We didn't get here till like 4:40 something.
Nah, I was able to take a nap. Everything.
And you got to eat.
Yeah, I was chilling.
You should be ready and, fully fueled for this episode.
I tell you right now, I was so upset, G. I was like, I'm in traffic cussing and fussing and all the stuff you do. But
I'm just sitting there doing my makeup.
Yeah.
I was fixing my lashes.
Because she's never ready.
never.
Okay.
Right. people.
Whatever.
He's in gridlock traffic. Couldn't even smoke. Crazy work.
No, of course not. He does not condone those type of things.
Fair.
It's crazy.
Fair.
So yeah, no. So crazy things are happening in the world today. If you are paying attention
Built
to
my
anything
car.
that is going, y'all are still talking about that.
Sorry, I had to just throw that in there.
In my car. Face.
So it's crazy things going on in the
That's for
world,
me
man. If
and
you
my
have been,
house.
y'all, we're already late. We're already late.
You know what time it is. We're
Oh.
late, but
Like, and
nothing's
you're supposed to
changed.
be at a show in an hour. Like,
Okay. All right. Fine. Whatever.
You all right, Kel?
Yeah.
He tripping.
oh, it's me now. I'm the
You
problem.
know what goes down on these episodes.
He said my car. As for me and my house, it was just perfect. It
Yeah.
had to go in there. Like I would be doing us a disservice by not throwing that.
Right.
As a culture.
It's for me and my car.
That is not what I said.
Oh my god.
Y'all are horrible human beings. Yo, so crazy things are going on in the world today, man. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what is going on. I'm trying to get my spiel in so we can get
Run
this.
it, honey. Go ahead.
All right.
Go off, King. You got it. I'm gonna fix my lip gloss while you talking. Go ahead.
So she can't even speak. We got perfect.
See?
Now it's all on me to keep you from.
I love you, bro.
Right.
This is pussy PR doing too much. That's what's happening.
Crazy.
He is gang in the club.
Yeah, I'm over there.
That NG was a little too slight. I need you to pronounce the NG because
Hmm?
Huh?
it's like
he
is gay.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think I
Like-
said or squad. I said squad. I
You
didn't-
said
No,
gang.
he said
You
gang.
said
I
gang.
I heard gang.
Yeah, but the
my bad.
NG was a little too.
All right, bro.
You know what I mean? Anyway,
I'm
The
gonna blame
wor-
that on moving.
I'm gonna put a brim on your hat, on your Scully. How about that?
Crazy word.
what do you say to that? Like,
Exactly. You didn't even know what drop to push. Yeah. You,
yeah. Okay. Like,
He needs something, but I don't know.
He needs some milk.
Yo.
Okay, go, baby.
The world is crazy right now. I'm trying to get this out.
Yes, it is.
Your administrator, Cheeto in chief.
You mean president number 2?
Oh, you mean yeah?
Yeah, he's president number 2. He's not the man. He's not calling the shots.
Yeah, no, he's clearly not.
Elon Musk,
It's Elon Musk. For
Donald Trump, JD Vance.
Yeah. So apparently, through being what you want to say,
A hoe ass nigga.
I mean, you know what I mean? No, but it looks like if you are just reading headlines and you're not really digging any deeper, segregation is back. 1952 was here,
Bring it back.
and and we are watching history repeat itself. It would seem that way.
Mhm.
But when you dig a little deeper, it just looks like it's not adjusting. It looks like they are doing advanced DEI rollbacks and making sure that there are no policies that protect minority businesses and contracts and shit like that.
But not even just minority. That's the thing. And I feel like this is the thing everyone misses. And we've been missing this for years now. Decades. It's not about, ethnicity or minorities or any of that. If you aren't rich, white, and able-bodied, they don't care about you. Like, it's veterans they done fired. There's people who are disabled. There's people who, are just poor,
And Caucasian.
right? And they call them parasites. They call them parasites.
Yeah, they call government workers parasites.
So I'm just like,
I feel like the only way they're truly skating by right now is low-key because they're not like, yes, they're doing it by race, but at the same time, it's kind of like blurred through the like money, if that makes sense. Why it's not as like targetable as like Hitler and everybody else, if that makes any, because like it's all in comparatively like the exact same thing happening, but the only difference, truly that's happening right now that they're doing that they weren't is they're fucking with and almost independently, just like the hierarchy, the class chain. like playing with those numbers instead of just saying white. If you get what I'm saying, as their finger to point,
Well-
like that's how they're kind of blurring over. Like as obvious as it is, but like on paper, technically, that's not like what they're doing. So it's kind of like,
Oh, okay.
You get what I
they
mean?
haven't just expressly put it on paper.
yeah, and
I
because
mean, they
of that,
have, because that's the whole like Project 2025.
Mhm.
It was on paper, like
yes, but are
and
they
these
not
are-
just kind of like taking that like by pieces instead of just saying this is the whole pamphlet? Although you've seen it, we're just going.
No, they're doing the whole pamphlet.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
I know. But they haven't declared Project 2025 now in his thingy. That's just the blueprint to know what's already happening because it came out. Like, is he claiming this now as what he's doing, or is he just doing what's in Project 2025? If you get my question.
No, he's just doing what's in it because if
That's
he,
what I'm
well,
saying.
that's the thing. If he claims it,
Right.
then it's like,
That would shoot him in the foot.
yeah, but he's
But
already,
he's obviously doing those things.
yeah, but
no, I
he's
get that.
appointed the people. That's the thing. It's like, and even that rhetoric is like, not to talk down on you, Kel, at all, but it's to say like, 'cause I hear it in so many different ways. Even when we say Elon Musk is a Nazi, they're like, the Nazi party isn't around anymore. Nobody can be a Nazi, and it's like,
Yeah.
exactly what the fuck. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
no. So let me explain.
No. I get what you're saying.
You know why I broke it down that way? Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, even that, it's like, you got to call a spade a spade.
Exactly. No,
But
of course.
The point, like, whenever he's not, because he's never going to expressly say it,
Mm-hmm.
but he's doing, like, his first day in office, he ran through the first,
Like, few
you know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
so I'm just
I know.
like, you
But
know, what?
that was falling in line with what I was saying before. Like, although he's not explicitly saying this is what he's doing, he still gave everybody a blueprint of what was happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then in regards to what they're doing now with everything and this means of segregation or DEI, it's not just black people as it was before. It's any fucking body. And so that's why I'm saying, like, they're, instead of using direct race as a target to pinpoint what it is, they're kind of just using tax bracket and hierarchy or class to justify their means.
I mean,
What I'm saying.
They are and they aren't. Because there's the part where they aren't is they are actively rounding up Hispanic people. That's the race part of it.
Right.
And
But I mean, that's been something he's been doing.
yeah, but
And
that's
been
the
an
thing.
issue since before.
No, but that's the
So-
thing. This time back around,
Yeah, no,
it's like because he's got the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court. He feels like he can do whatever he wants. He ignored a federal judge's court order
Mhm.
to turn the plane around, and that's never been done before.
Yeah.
Whenever that's the check on the executive branch,
Mm-hmm.
and the judge is just like, okay, why'd you ignore my order? And they haven't said anything yet. So it's like,
Okay.
what the fuck? If this
I'm
was
asking questions based off of what I've observed or whatever to also like get the knowledge. But like, I guess what I'm trying to do is like
And
break
then-
it down in a sense of where it's just like
and then the other thing, my bad.
for
yeah.
dummies. Go ahead.
Guantanamo Bay was closed down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they got on Obama's ass about closing Guantanamo Bay down. Closed it down, but as soon as he opens it, he says he's gonna open it back up. They're all cheering,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like a well-known torture facility. There's no other thing for Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Then there's all these reports now of people getting snatched up for just having tattoos, not even gang related. Guy had like his daughter's name tattooed on him and his favorite soccer
I hadn't
club.
heard about that.
Yeah, locked him up, shipped him away. Then you've got the Palestinian protester who got snatched out the car with his pregnant wife. Like they broke the glass, snatched him out the car, wouldn't tell why they was taking him or nothing. Shipped him off too. Now he's saying everyone who vandalizes a Tesla, he's gonna send them to El Salvador for 20 years.
El Salvador.
El Salvadorian prison.
That's insane.
So it's like you're already setting up your camps. Cause like the Holocaust wasn't just one, it wasn't just one day. It was this, and then the next day.
Yeah, no, it was very gradual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's
no.
like we're watching it,
Happen.
materialize, and I'm like, what's about to happen? Because there's
What do you think there is for us to do? Because everybody's just talking about, okay, let's not protest and da 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 da, because that's what they want, so they
No,
can
they're
enact martial
protesting.
law.
That's
Yeah,
the
there's
thing.
people, but
No,
they are.
No, there is a lot of protesting going on, but it's not shown. That's Elon Musk has control of Twitter.
No,
You
I get
remember
that much.
back before he got it, Twitter caused Twitter fueled, I won't say it caused, it fueled
Mhm.
all kind of worldwide protests, from George Floyd to the, what's that, what was that, Middle Eastern Spring or something like that? It was like a big uprising out there in Egypt and the Middle East and everything that was captured and galvanized through social media. But now, even TikTok has been, ever since the Palestine shit, it's been censored. We don't see nothing.
I know that's happening, and I know there are like protests. There's protests happening all over the world right now.
Mhm.
I get that part. I know that. But what I'm saying is, besides the protests, even though that is happening, but I think a large part of us are not participating in it, is basically what I'm saying, and I feel like that's why it's not as serious as it can be. Like, I'm not gonna say that it's the turning tables, but that is definitely the turning of the act of them when it comes down to those protests. Do you get what I mean? So it hasn't crossed that line yet. So besides protesting or whatever, as of right now, what is it that you think that people are supposed to do?
I mean, I don't even know if we can do anything as people. Like, there's certain things like we can, like the Republicans shut down town halls. Like, they don't even want to speak to their constituents. And then the Democrats, here's the other shit that's pissing me off. The Democrats hold town halls, and then there's pro-Palestinian protesters coming to the Democratic town halls, shutting the shit down. And it's like, this isn't where you need to be right now.
No.
The president of the United States, who's a Republican and has control of the House and the Senate, they're all Republican, released the AI video of what his dream for Gaza would be. Did you see that?
Wasn't it just like a smart, like, whatever, land situation?
Oh, no, it was, first of all,
like I saw some, I don't think I saw anything official. I saw someone like parodying it of like what it's supposed to be through AI.
He posted the AI video.
Oh, well, I think I saw that. Yeah,
where it
I
was
just don't remember.
fucking, the kids
like
walk out of a cave.
And stuff.
Yeah, kids walked out of a cave, and it was just skyscrapers and gold everywhere, and everyone's eating all this stuff, but it's just white people around. It's just, and it's like, that's what he wants to turn the Gaza Strip into.
Yeah.
And y'all are going to Democratic town halls instead of.
I mean, that's the lack of education, I think.
But I mean, I feel like some of the people are just plants.
That too. I wouldn't be surprised about that either. Sad to say.
Yeah.
But.
Because this thing, I mean, Elon Musk done bought the country, essentially, bro.
Yeah, at this point.
There's no. So, like, the only thing that can, for me, the only way I see out of it is their people are going to have to, like, everyone who voted for him is going to have to own up to it and be like, no, this is it.
Oh, no. If you ain't had the camera on me, nobody knows what I did. So it's cool.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead, Focus. Finish talking.
I'm done with y'all.
Finish talking, Focus.
I ain't doing now. I don't know what I was looking at.
Nobody knows what happened, and that is fine.
All right. Well.
Y'all don't need to. I would
the
get
world
canceled
may
for that.
never know.
If you can put sounds together, you would understand.
Okay.
Go ahead, continue.
So here's my thing. There's also been the dismantling of
I want to know why he drinking
the federal education system. Just dismantling it, and the concept of we're just gonna walk past that, and just understanding that. And this is just in the research that I've done. You have to understand that the concept of states' rights is just a really double-speak way to say divide and conquer.
Man.
Because we're going to put it back into the state's hands,
Mm-hmm.
who are already acting in concert with the federal government, but without the federal oversight, for sure. So when you're watching this, you're watching somebody destroying, like, it's almost like, if I know I work for a corporation, you're destroying EEOC. You're destroying the workaround. You're destroying my ability to hold this system accountable to anything other than itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's so now every school system turns into its own internal affairs. We all know when police are like, "Oh, we have internal affairs," or "We're going to do a quote unquote investigation." They seem to always find the literature, the policies that protect the officers or the behavior from maybe not from some misaligned use, but from anything that could be, litigated. So they find a way to go, oh no, it's a mishap, but it's not a crime. It's a tragedy. Oh man, this man lost his life. We're so sorry, but if you look here in the
Article
in the
5,
article,
subsection B.
Remember, Richard Pryor was like, "Can you break a nigger?" Oh, yep, says right here. It says right here, and it's crazy that he said that shit like in the 70s, and here we are, 2025, and it's like that's what's going on. Like that's what's going on. I do want to take a moment and say this one thing offbeat.
No.
Rest in peace, George Foreman.
Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Man, what an amazing.
When did that happen?
Today.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it happened today.
Mm-hmm.
What a legacy, man.
Amazing grills. Some of the greatest food I've ever had was on a George Foreman grill.
Yeah.
Too soon.
He knows you don't say that shit.
Yeah. He's going to do that with the hand gestures and the whole thing. It's going to be disgusting. A disgusting display.
Nah, for real though. Rest in peace, George Foreman.
Yeah, I mean,
that spanned different feeds.
Oh, there it goes.
And dominated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it finally popped up on my feed.
Oh, now that we said something.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Yeah, we did it.
You're welcome.
Your phone has been listening to you. I mean, I just need you to know.
Oh, I know.
So, like his resume again, like you're saying, like just across fields, across generations, not just decades. You could go a couple decades and still be in the same generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He has spanned generations to be somebody boxing in the 60s as a champ, to be somebody boxing in the 90s as a champ. Yo, you're never going to see that again. I don't care who.
They tried. That shit was not flying, boy. But that boy, George Foreman said, yeah, nah, I still got it.
George Foreman was like watching concrete settle. It's slow as shit, but when it hits, it's rock solid. You saw him come out that corner and just like walk into an uppercut and knock dude out.
Yeah.
That was the most crucial thing. I was like,
you can't stop him.
You could just keep hitting him. Nobody after the 60s knocked him down. They would just beat him up and he would just stand there and then take it. And then that one motherfucking chugga punch is coming slow.
Yeah.
But it's coming down the tracks, buddy.
If you don't get out the way.
It is just a fucking show.
Man.
He hit that boy, then hit him again. They had to back. Hey! That's enough.
George, no.
And then he gets done with the fight and be like, man, he hit me with something hard, man. That was a good fighter. Yeah, this dude is not awake yet.
Yeah.
Like,
I think George Foreman was out there running on Internet Explorer.
that 95.
There you go.
That's my.
What the fuck is happening?
Right, for
You
real.
niggas
The hell?
wildin'.
The Matrix is watching us. But nah, yeah, so please, let's give a round of applause. Come on, studio audience. Give my man his
George Foreman.
George Foreman. Gotta give it to him. What an amazing boxer. What an amazing champion. What an amazing person.
You want to bring me a glass?
You know what I'm saying? Just an
And
amazing human being altogether. Thank you for decades of entertainment. Just thank you for everything that you've given us so far, man. It has been an amazing, you've been an amazing part of so many people's lives. Rest in peace, rest in power. Tell Muhammad Ali, man, you guys are the greatest. Thank you. Man, what an amazing.
Yes.
Hey, Pop, I see you. Like, ever since that, though, there's nobody knocking down. Ever since the 60s, that's what I mean. Like, ever since the Rumble in the Jungle, there's not been somebody that put
It's on
my
the table.
man's down. There's one on the table. My man's down. So, you know.
Oh shit, that's innovative. fuck you, okay? I was still in shock.
So yeah, man, what an amazing artist. Yo, it's just crazy watching what happens when you take your eye off the ball. We were over here arguing ethics and morals in the liberal side and then the left, because there's a difference between the liberal and the left. And there was a lot of haggling back and forth. Kamala's imperfect presidency
Blackness.
run, her imperfect blackness. It was so much stuff.
I don't know,
And the
man.
right stayed on target. Because let's just be honest.
This a
Donald
political
Trump did not
conversation.
run a perfect candidacy. He didn't. He
He
ran.
didn't run anything.
He didn't
Everybody
have-
saw his face and said, "That's what I'm voting for."
This is what I'm saying. We had this black excellence, or you have to check all the boxes before I go ahead and vote for you. And these
hold
right
on.
wingers are okay with.
Let's
going-
be fair.
Let's go.
We really do need to we got to take a step back and look at the whole thing, okay? The prior presidency
Mm-hmm.
was exposed for being complicit in a genocide. All right, was arming the country who was committing the genocide, had senators and congressmen signing the missiles and everything. So it's like,
That is also true.
you know what I'm saying? There's something to be said about that. And to the point, the other person was the person who's running was the vice president of that president. And that president waited and they didn't do a primary. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of stuff that's like,
What really were you finna do?
you know, like there's shit where it's not what's good, yo. Where it wasn't a great campaign on the Democratic side at all. Like it was they had every way to win it and they found a way to fumble. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like what is expected at this point.
Because my thing is, he endorsed her before she even said she was finna do anything.
Yeah, because that was they didn't have a candidate to put up because they didn't do the primary because he was staying in there. And then he had that crazy ass debate where he didn't have a cough drop before. And I was like, well, here we go. Now we got to deal with this shit. So it's like, it was a lot of stuff.
Real
Oh,
quick,
yeah.
your boy Chris Daughtry is in the building. I-912 Radio, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Step in there. How you doing? We're having a little talk about politics, man. Yeah.
It might be a good conversation because I'm a Trump guy. So
Are you
yeah,
really?
So that might spice it up a little bit.
So how do you feel about how everything's going?
That's hilarious. That's a funny question to ask.
I'm fond of it. Should
Okay.
I say? I think that feathers need to be ruffled. If that makes any sense, right? Like the reason why I voted for him originally, the first time I voted for him, was because there was so many politicians, politician after politician after politician. Can we get a businessman in there? And because essentially the country is a business and it's ran like a business. It's capitalism. You're at its finest. You know, if you're smart enough to get into school to get an education and think for yourself, you start your life in $100,000 worth of debt, but you got your degree. And if you're not smart to get to school, they put you to work right away.
Mm-hmm. Or you learn a skill and do your own thing.
Or
You're an entrepreneur. Yeah.
Exactly. That's the goal. You know, and that's why I'm a black for Trump, because
Black for Trump is
Hilarious.
insidious.
It's crazy, bro.
That's insidious.
I can't even. My thing is, I feel what you're saying, but that's the type of life Donald Trump never had to worry about. I feel like it's a lot of projection to where it's like people who want to be successful think that Trump beat the system, but he is the system. You know what I'm saying? He is the billionaire. He is the guy who puts his thumb on people and then rises above them.
so
Like-
are you.
What do you mean?
In one shape or form in your life, you put your thumb on someone in order to rise above.
Maybe
I'm willing
as
to
a
put-
maybe as a child, but as someone who is in his position, and even just to even stay on the topic of being a good businessman and running the country as a business, if you're running a business, all right, you get the business and we're gonna keep round numbers. It's pulling in $1 million a year.
Gotcha.
All right.
For the sake of simple math,
Yeah.
round numbers.
It's pulling in $1 million a year, right? Doing good. You get it, and within 50 days, the company has lost $750,000.
What about it?
Is that indicative of being a good business person? Now, let me even break it down better, because that seems like
no. You can just ask a question and I'll answer your question.
But I want to make sure it's clear.
Hold up, though, brother. If you want to give me a narrative for me to follow, I can respond to your narrative.
No, not even a narrative.
You know what I'm saying?
But
if you want me to genuinely answer a question, I can answer a question for you. But if you want to lean me to the left with my answer, then I can go left and we can speak on it from that perspective.
No, not at all.
So like I say, just ask your question outright.
No, I hear you. But in order to do that, I have to clarify some things. Because
you have to clarify.
No. If I just give you just that scenario right there, do you feel like you have enough information? You just walk in.
Yes, I do have enough information.
Okay, do your thing then. I'll give you that.
It really depends on what type of business you're doing, because
that's why I said I was going to have to clear.
No, listen, let me finish.
Let's
Go
hear this out.
Let me finish. Because at the end of the day, even when you start a business, the government allots you a certain amount of time. I think it's like 3 to 5 years or something like that.
He didn't start it. I'm saying he walked.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go ahead and talk, because clearly you got something you want to say. I'm gonna let you go.
I'm just helping you square it. He didn't start. I'm saying he walked in.
So
the business is already.
Let him go. Let him go. Let's just.
First and foremost, he's assuming that I'm talking about Trump. I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about business. Period.
Okay.
So stop assuming, brother.
You're assuming. All I said was a businessman.
No, he said he did not start it. So if you say he did not start it,
in
you're
the
assuming I'm
scenario
talking
I
about
gave you with the
person.
question.
And
I said he
and I'm
walked
going to
into the
answer my
business.
answer the way I want to answer my answer.
Hey, do your thing.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the government allots you a chance to lose money in the beginning of the business. I don't know the exact time frame of, let's say 3 to 5 years or something like that. But when you claim it on your taxes, you can get that money back. So it all depends on where you're at. If you're starting a business and you're in year 1 and you lose half of what your investment was, it's a possibility that could happen. But if you're starting something and you're in year 10 or year 7 or year 5 and you lose like that, then that's a problem. So that's my response to that.
So to your answer to that, we're in year 217 of this business that you're saying that we're running. And then you run the company into the ground, which is the country, right?
Yes.
That's good politics to you.
Hell no, that's not good politics.
Do you know the trajectory of his tax code and what that's going to put on the American people?
I don't know. Tell me.
It's upwards of about $53 trillion by 2030. So what you're saying is, and I get it because you're a business person. I'm a business person. Everybody in here is doing business. But a country is not a business. That's what capitalist realism teaches you, that everything can be talked about in terms of economics. That's just not how that works. Not everything is a business, and that's terribly one-dimensional of everything in life. My child is not a business. I don't raise my kids like a business. I don't mow my lawn like a business. I don't take a shower like a business. There are trillions of things that you don't do as a corporation, right? So when you start thinking in terms of, especially, here's the problem with that. You think economics, but you're not looking at the invisible word in front of it. That's capitalist economics. That's not the only economic structure that exists. But when you start thinking of it as an absolute, then it becomes an inescapable reality for what economics means. Because I run a business, that doesn't mean I'm okay with the way everybody runs a business.
This is true.
Just because you're a businessman and I'm a businessman and I pay my people a square deal and I'm watching you price gouge your workers and using slave wages and fear tactics, in order to keep people under thumb, like you say, in order to rise above. I don't have to go, oh, me and you are both business partners, so I'm just going to keep my business to myself. No, I'm going to tell your workers what's happening to you is wrong. So when you're watching the Republican Party put the debt squarely on the heads, everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. That should not be what it takes to be an American. I shouldn't have to run a business to be immune to regulatory or deregulation and all these other things that are happening. I shouldn't have to do that.
Valid point.
I should be able to go to work, go home, take care of my family with the remunerations that I've
Live
worked,
a life.
and live a life. Everybody doesn't have, if everybody made $1 million, you know how much $1 million would be worth? Nothing. That's how capitalism works. It sells you prosperity and produces scarcity. That's what it does.
Supply
That's why
and demand.
Just the same as there's a lot more diamonds than you think they are, but they make it seem like it's a rarity.
So then what are you watching? You're watching market manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
So then now when you see somebody who says, oh, I want this country run like a business, whose business? Whose business are we wanting it to be ran like? Because when you watch these companies and these corporations do what they're doing, when you watch, we think we're something special, like, oh, over there in China, they have to work so many hours a week. Yeah, at one job. But you got to clock out of your job, and then you got to go do Uber, then you got to go do Uber Eats, and then you got to go do gig work, and then you got to go do some photography, and you got to go do all of this stuff. You're working just as long as they are, if not longer. What did you think was going on here?
Really longer, because after that whole Red Note shit, they was astonished. They thought everything that they heard was propaganda, but everything that we were saying is like, yeah, that don't.
Yeah. Oh, you got to pay to go to the hospital? Yeah. You don't have to? No.
Only in this country.
So this is what I'm saying. So when you say, oh, I'm for this political understanding, when I'm for this, it misses the mark of understanding what's at stake and what's at play, especially when you're talking about this administration. When you're talking about the Gaza Strip and all this thing that's going on. What they've been doing to Gaza is been going on for over 100 years. So the last presidency was just the highest visibility that we've had. But what you're watching since, I want to say, 1965 is the slow regression back into oligarchical rule after the New Deal. Too much was taken from the elites in order to fund this country. And then now, step by step, day by day, we went from a 95% tax code to somewhere down to 24.
Man.
You see what I'm saying?
Even more, because they just been cutting.
So, and then what do? You put that tax responsibility squarely on the people. That's not how you run a company. You don't put the workers, if we're going to put it like that, you don't put them in responsibility for your losses and then go, all right, we didn't make enough money last year, so everybody owes the company 20% of their income. I just work here. I work for you. You pay me the value that we've already preset. The problem with that is the country, because it's not a business, the country doesn't even have money. Taxpayers have money.
Yep.
The coffers that are created from your equity, her equity, my equity, his equity. And then they take that and they're supposed to go, all right, how do we create a base level of standard of living so that no American citizen falls under that? The problem with that is, in that gap between absolute poverty and like the middle class is where all the profit that the oligarchs want. That was what the middle class was. The middle class was a cushion from poverty. And there's too much money in there. They want it out.
And that's why they privatizing or trying to privatize.
Let me say this.
Let's go.
Valid point. Valid point. All points are valid. And I'm not even giving any pushback to those points. However, let me add this to it.
Let's go.
So putting your thumb on someone to get ahead. That may not. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You get what I'm saying? When you're a business owner or you're running a business, you're running it according to your intellect, your wit, your grit. You know what I'm saying? And you're coming from your own personal perspective, especially from a CEO's perspective, the chief executive officer, right? So I say that to say this. I used to do music a couple years back. And when I did music in the area that I'm in, which is the 912 Georgia area, I noticed that there wasn't a conduit for the artist, for the entertainer, but there was a lot of entertainers and a lot of artists out here, but it was no one trying to put them ahead, right? So in order for me to have the presence of an artist, I have to get a artist. But if you know anything about the music business, the thumb of the music business is on the artist. The artist is the figurehead. The artist is the public figure. You know what I'm saying? The artist is the one that gets the notoriety. And more times than not, the executives behind the scene or off the stage are the ones that gets the money and benefit from it. However, if I'm creating a conduit, if I'm creating a train that start from zero to successful, and I'm creating this train and I need you to help me create this train for you. You get what I'm saying? So like, just going back to the point of when you stated, if the company loses or the company has expenses, you can't then put those expenses on me. I'm just the worker here. However, if the purpose of that company is to amplify you and get you to the next level of what you want to be on, and I'm doing that for you, then I may come to you and say, hey, and it may be something as simple as, I don't have time to be getting on the stage and perform. I got to get the logistics of this thing together. Mm-hmm. However, you want the notoriety. You want your likeliness to be received well. You want the collective of people to be fond of your likeliness. So you want to be on stage. Mm-hmm. So yes, technically, my thumb would be on you because you're the one that's pedaling it along, but we're both benefiting from it. And if we're both benefiting from it.
So what you're saying is, that notoriety is an intangible, right?
Yes, it is.
So what you're saying is what you don't make in material benefits, you get in notoriety. It's a bit of a sleight of hand, right? Because
it is.
Because it's you get people like you, and that's why I don't have to pay you as much as I'm gonna get, because people like you.
Hold up, Eve, jive. Don't get jive on me. Don't get jive on me, English. Hold up. Just so you know, I just want you to know what direction I'm going with it.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? This is not a babyface Tony Braxton situation where she sold Unbreak My Heart, Spanish Guitar, and all those songs, where she sold millions of albums and she got 13 cents per album. You know what I'm saying? This is not one of those situations.
But it is, though.
No, listen, hear me out. Don't be getting jive on me, English.
Let's go.
Don't be getting jive on me.
You got it, man. You got it.
So, like I stated before I went into this, I stated operating as the owner of a company. Mm-hmm. You're coming from your intellect, your perspective. So your perspective, you can view it as it's a babyface Tony Braxton situation. Mm-hmm. Coming from my situation, I'm not doing that. Like, I got an artist on my label right now. You know what her compensation is? 50% of everything that we earn. Because the way I got it set up is you're on my label, but we're more like business partners. I'm a label. I do what label stuff do. You're an artist. You do what artists do. And then we come together to create something. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you can give your artist 13 cents off of every album when albums are $13 an album, but I'm not doing it. So excuse me, the way that you see it can be the way that you see it, but the way that I'm seeing it.
See, I don't think that's the situation you described, though.
No. See, the thing is this: I'm describing, I'm talking, so I'm telling you what it is.
So I mean, what you have is admirable in what you're saying, right? So you're putting in work on the back end, and when everything becomes profitable, yada 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 yada.
No, we all profit. Period.
Right.
Soon as money come in.
So as soon as money comes in, everybody eats equally. That's admirable.
So, but let's say one more thing before you go.
Let's go.
So when
Now, you see how you letting him cook, but y'all shut me down?
I asked for permission.
I'm gonna just throw that in.
So,
Okay,
I
yeah.
asked for permission.
Okay. I'ma just
I
let it
asked
be
for
known.
permission. I didn't just start
All right.
talking.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then even when I wanted to cut him off, I still shouted his name. His name's Jive English. Don't get Jive on me, English. It's
Okay.
a play on
Let's
words.
go.
But yeah.
He's a guest.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's go. Big guy, let's go. Let's
Nah,
go.
bro, you got it, man. You got it. Go
So
ahead.
no, so it's very admirable. And then I'm gonna give it to the king. You have been a very gracious ruler.
Oh, thank you. I will ask permission next time. Right? I'll send a contract in. I'm
You gotta send an
we gotta
emissary.
do.
Send an
Yeah.
emissary.
gonna send a Zoom link.
Hey,
I'm gonna
listen.
sit in the lobby. When I cut my camera on,
There we go.
that's when it's going.
So
So-
listen,
so-
sometimes it's better to ask for permission, and sometimes it's better to ask for forgiveness. You got to pick and choose which one.
So here we go. So it's an amazing thing, right? And I get that. I feel the same way. If you've ever been a worker, you kind of have some heartstrings in what it takes to produce outcomes. That's fair, but we're not watching that writ large. in
At
our
large, the
government.
collective is not doing it. Yes.
Yeah. So when you're watching top-down politics, you're watching a government that is dismantling institutions. You're watching it in real time. Dismantling institutions to put industry in that place. The difference between institution and industry is that institutions.
BTW is 540.
Oh yeah, institutions are focused on outcomes, right? So if I have an institution of learning, an institution in its purest form is trying to get the most educated people produced. All I want to do is take whatever you give me and produce education. When you have an industry, its only concern is profit.
Bottom line.
The bottom line is profit. So when you're seeing somebody dismantle a prison, a school system, a school institution, a education institution, or a prison as an institution, because when prison was an institution, it was about reform. It was about making sure these prisoners never came back here. When it became an industry, it was about recidivism. When you're watching education turn into an industry, what you're watching is somebody taking the output away from the concept and going, there's a lot of money in here, and I'm trying to see how little I can produce and stay profitable. You cheapen the product as much as you can, put in a lot of filler, all the other things that you need to put in order to get the bottom line out. There's a lot of money that we pour into the education institution that private interest, not personal interest, those are two different things, private interest wants their hands on. So when you take an institution,
And that's not even just education.
yeah, there's
That's-
yeah.
yeah.
So
But yeah.
anywhere where there is a lion's share of money, this is why they want to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, because there's a lot of money held up in there. That's why they want to dismantle
Social Security.
Social Security. There's so much money tied up in there that if we can get it out, you can get F all that what do you call it, secret society. They don't want to be secret. They want to be a public society. That's what an oligarchy is. A public known society that controls the levers of power. What you're talking about is small c capitalism, personal ventures. There's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. That's what makes the country what it is.
Can I just got to say this.
Go ahead.
The thing, like I was saying, I see so much projection. And it's, when I say projection, it's not to say that you're not doing these things or people who think like you aren't doing these things that you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's the people that you follow that aren't doing, you know what I'm saying? Like even
How do
you saying,
know who I follow?
hold on, let me cook. Even after you said like I went 50-50 with this person, like we're business partners. They don't do that shit. So it's like, even And to be clear, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not like beholden to anybody because they're all bought. That's my whole issue. We sit here. The last 4 years wasn't some utopia. You know what I'm saying? Even the 4 years before that, even when Obama was president, there was shit. When Bush was president, when Clinton, there's always been shit going on. But right now, it's like, it's fucking mind blowing to me because everything's been thrown out of the window. Whenever Obama was president, they almost impeached him over a tan suit. Whenever Clinton was president, he got impeached for getting a blowjob in the Oval Office. You know what I'm saying? But now this guy who, while running for president, fucked a porn star with his campaign funds, like, he gets a pass. This guy who's been on Epstein's flight list gets a pass. This guy who, you know what I'm saying? And the list goes on and on. So to me, and then whenever he gets in office, everything bottoms out to the point where you pull up old shit he said, if this ever happens, then that person should be impeached immediately. You're doing everything you said that you don't like right now. And the fact that there's so much stuff stacked on top of it, it's like, I don't see how y'all, knowing the way you think, because I admire the entrepreneurship. I don't think that the country should be run as a business, but the country should be facilitating two businesses being started. Like, it's not that everybody should be a worker, everybody should be an entrepreneur, but there should be opportunity for everybody to live how they need to. Because that's how shit works. Whenever we were our most successful, most profitable, was from the 40s to the fucking 70s. That was it. But that was after the Great Depression, after capitalism bottomed out the country.
And then socialist metrics were put in
Had to
place
be brought in.
in order to, and then we became the most flourishing market on the planet.
But the thing that they shut down from that was because motherfuckers who had money weren't making more money.
Mm-hmm.
And now those motherfuckers are running the country and like, all right, how are we going? We got to cut this. We got to cut that. We got to get these tax cuts funded for it. Because if we do anything, if we fuck the baseline up too much, they going to revolt. And it's all, even when Democrats in power, they over there like, we still got shareholders to worry about. We can throw them a bone here and there, but goddamn. That's the only difference. The Democrats might throw you a bone. They'll act like it. They'll go kneel on the floor with kente cloth, but the Republicans just gonna no Vaseline you.
So my take on it, like metaphorically speaking, just to summarize it, right?
Let's go.
The Democrats are going to gather up 10 fish, give you 3 fish, keep 7, and then tell you how to disperse your 3 fish. The Republicans going to say, hey, I'm going to show you how to catch these 10 fish, and you're going to owe me 3. All I'm saying is I'm okay with catching my own 10 fish and letting you have 3 to let me move and operate in peace.
Well, so so that's taxes, and there's nothing. I get it.
Hold up.
There are other countries who get taxed a lot more than we get, and they're very happy with it because the material conditions that it creates is very symmetrical with what they're paying. Right? We pay a lot of taxes, but when I'm sick, I go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
When I have a baby, I get to go home. You know what I'm saying? So nobody minds if the government says, hey, in order to make your life better, I'm going to need some of your money in order to do it because I really don't make any money. So
I'm not talking about taxes, though. I'm talking about their approach. Yes, we're going to get taxed. Being taxed is rhetorical. Excuse me. I'm just talking about the mindset. Not the mindset, but the approach. The approach is we'll give you enough to struggle from the Democrats, but we want you struggling. You can't really do what you want to do with it.
okay.
And then the Republican are more so, hey, we'll help you get yourself inside your personal power, but you need to share some of your gain with us. So that's more so what I'm...
Yeah, so the problem with that is, now that I hear you correctly.
Can I say where do you see that at? So I can get...
No, because I hear him. Watch. I hear what you're saying. But they're only saying that to the small C capitalist, right? Because it's capitalism for the lower class and it's socialism for the rich. You've never heard of a socialization, a society too big to fail, but you've heard of a business too big to fail, because when you have a bought out when you have a bought out legislative system, what they're saying is this company makes too much, has too much equity,
like
too much
movie
power,
theaters.
too much political, too much political, like, let's say, stupid,
Bill Gates.
not Bill Gates. I mean,
No, I'm
yes.
saying he tried to.
talking
They
about business?
accused him of monopolizing the computer game. So
Yes,
he got in
you see what I'm
trouble
saying?
'cause he
So,
got too
but
big,
so
Bitcoin.
when you like, okay, when you watched 9/11 happened, and then for a few days, airways stopped.
I got
Because-
my views on 9/11, but go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, we all do. We might be on the same page.
Right.
We might
Jet
be on
fuel
the
doesn't melt steel beams. That's all.
same. Right. That's just what it
Let
is.
me tell y'all something.
JP8, don't do that.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. Like, if you look it up, I've been in the military for 22 years, 12 years regular Army, the rest of the time in the reserves. My job title is combat engineer. I'm a plastic explosive specialist.
Mhm.
I know how to calculate demolitions, and I know what it would take to make an entire building sink into the ground. And I promise you, what hit those buildings would have not done that.
Yeah,
But
we're
I'm-
on the same thing. So
At the top of them
We're such at the top.
motherfuckers.
like, what's happening in the middle there?
I'm just saying.
I ain't never played Jenga, and that motherfucker just.
I know for a fact, in order for everything to collapse, it has to blow from the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know,
to implode.
that's
It has
literally
to
my
implode.
profession.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so
But go ahead. I don't want to side.
So,
They
and I
had
want to
them,
say this one thing, and I want to move on to something else. Kel has to get on the way. I might have to give her an Uber in a second, but I want to get on to
I'm
something.
just gonna change my time because
7?
Just in general, because it doesn't seem feasible to try and do it at 6 to 8.
o'clock anyway.
Yeah.
So 7 to 9 is better
I don't know, something, but not that.
because there's nothing after you, right? So I mean, but I can get you an Uber super fast. Like,
Same difference. It doesn't really. I just rather change the schedule to something I don't have to.
be pressed about.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. So I want to say this, and I want to move on because there's some local stuff I wanted to get into before we get too long. Yeah, it's a dope conversation, man. It's a little fire in here. I like that. We definitely did bring in a little, you know what I'm saying? Bring in a little, you know what I mean? We was just going to be in here
Anyone
agreeing
go
with
on
each other.
after you?
Huh?
Does anyone go on after you?
On Sundays?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead.
No. Good.
No, you're good. If you don't know what we're talking about, man, we are actually with the Our Black Media Family Hot 2100 Savannah internet radio station, man. We are doing some amazing things over there, man. I am part of the Kids in the Hall radio session, and Kel over there is part of, she hosts Velvet Venom. I like that name. That was kind of, you know,
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a little tough. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
Gotta
I
put-
needed to talk to you about too, man.
Yeah, we go.
I-912 Radio. I'm gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Get some more shows locally. I got DJ the Kid Quest out of. He's a coastal.
DJ Kid or The Kid?
The Kid Quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool.
Because there's a
When
When he
yeah.
said the
Yeah.
Kid Quest, I was like,
Yeah, it's not the
he-
same guy. Okay.
He's a coalition DJs captain out of Minnesota.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Cammy got bars, got a show on Saturdays on I-912 Radio, and I definitely want to get Jive English out there on I-912 Radio as well.
Oh, yeah, hey man,
You know what
I'm
I'm saying? We have to work out the
yeah, we gonna
logistics
work out
behind
the
that.
yeah. We gonna make something do what it do. I ain't mad at you. All right, so I want to say this last little piece, and then we're gonna move on to local stuff because what you're talking about is a perfect segue. The problem with that idea, again, is that you're talking small C capitalism. You're talking about the type of money that can change lives but doesn't make political intrigue, doesn't make political difference. When you're talking about the types of businesses that are too big to fail, where you get these government bailouts, because the government ain't never bailed out a group of people. Like, don't think that little check that you got, the little stimulus checks, was a bailout, because it wasn't, right? That was
You just
Time.
paid that.
that was political theater. That was almost like,
And still is.
well, if you think about Rome, if you think about the Colosseum, it was bread to the people.
Yep. It was let them eat cake.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give them bread. They'll be so happy with bread, they will not understand that the institutions are crumbling around them, right? So, oh man, I got a $1,500 check, right? Not realizing that, the housing market has restructured itself and turned a concept that was meant to be something for the person to internalize, turn into a business model. When somebody said, "Hey, you know, if you really want to live comfortably, you should your rent should only take up a third of your income,
Mhm.
I
or
agree with
you
that
should make
completely.
3 times what your rent is to live comfortably." That was a concept that was meant for the consumer to consider when they were considering moving. What the industry did was codify that and go, "Oh no, if you don't make what it takes to live here, which is 3 times the rent, you don't qualify." Go back a
Mm.
generation. There was no credit checks for an apartment
No.
or a house. There was no proof of income for where you lived. You paid the first month's rent,
And
you paid the deposit, and you moved in. What you did for a living, your personal business. But as the businesses started, and these are private, personal people who were just owning complexes and stuff.
Mm.
When businesses started soaking up that job, that market, because now 40% of all dwellings in this country are owned by major corporations, they started making ways to guarantee their profit model.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you start to worry about the output, but you're not paying attention to the concepts that undergird it, right?
I want to say something.
Go
'Cause
ahead.
I've been quiet. So I think when Bogus used the word project, it's kind of taken negatively, and I think it can be looked at in a different way. Projection is almost just seeing what you would do with something, and putting that on somebody else.
Yes.
So the way that a lot of the people that do tend to like support Trump or whatever tend to like navigate or think in their mind is they're thinking of damn near almost their higher self as Trump. What would their higher self do if they were in that position?
It's very good, yeah.
And so because they think of it that way, they revere this man almost to ignorancy. And I'm not saying for you, because I see why you do so, because you own a business and so you want your business to be supported by the place that you live. Makes sense. I get it. But for the people who are living in like the Appalachians and ain't got shit, but is still running around Trump this, Trump that, he doesn't give a fuck about you. You're not even considered in his paperwork. If anything, you're a part of the people that he's trying to extract from the equation. So people who are living in the little C or whatever the hell he called it, the capitalists, is living in that world where you have your own business and you can benefit from it because that's how you make your livelihood.
Right.
In a sense, for the structure of what America is supposed to be, it would make sense for you to want someone to support that, because then that's supporting your livelihood. Cool.
Right, for sure.
But because America is based off of scarcity, race, and and just fuck off, and I'm not gonna even say like patriarchy, misogyny, there's no way in hell that there will be an equal opportunity to anyone that is not of their kinfolk. So with that, yes, the same way that business is great to be supported by the people that you have to damn near, in a sense, bow down to, it will also be wonderful if at the end of the day, whatever that basis is that you're doing, you can live your life, as we said, and then you can do the things that you want to do to support yourself. But at the same time, if religion shouldn't be a toy into what our rules and regulations should be, business orientation should not be either. Because at the end of the day, neither one is sufficient to every kind. And so having a system that is appropriate or feeds the minds of all, or the lives of all rather, would be something that is more structural and makes more sense to run a country than something that only works for maybe an eighth of.
Well, less than
I want to say it,
less than 1%.
Well, no. When I'm saying those numbers, I'm not talking about the fucking like those people. I'm talking about entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, okay.
The small few that are entrepreneurs around the country or whatever. If it was given to where, yes, I'm going to support you, and there's multiple loans that you can just get to support your business instead of it being so much of a lottery system. You know what I'm saying? Like something worked into it or whatever the case.
What's
may be.
crazy is that they tried to do that. the concept of the LLC, the limited liability corporation, was meant for small businesses to protect.
Right, so they want to separate themselves and their business, so that way,
right. But
whatever happens, it don't actually affect your Social Security, which is correct. Yeah.
So what happened was big businesses were like, "Oh, well, shit,
I want that.
Put some of my assets in there.
right." So now I can cover myself. We have a Shadira Fowler, one of our really great
Love you, girly.
one of our really great followers. Love you for real.
Fact.
Has something to say about what you said, Chris. I think she agrees. When you were saying the thing about the fish, the concept about the fish, here's what she had to say to that, and I think it might. I'd rather have someone tell me that they are taking it than making it seem like they're here. Well, she just said something else. Hold on, they just kicked it back. Basically saying something. I'd rather somebody tell me that they're taking it than somebody pretending that they're doing me a favor. And I think what you're saying is that the Republican Party is just telling you that you're taking it, and the Democratic Party is just like acting like they're doing you some sort of favor.
And neither one of them are doing shit.
And really,
neither one of them. But
that's why I'm just like, fuck all this.
yeah, like at the end of the day,
go ahead and revolt. Can we have another civil war?
She also says, she says a few things. To the point about how communities work from the ground up. That's how our communities work, though. Also, there are always going to be someone with more who is supposed to share with the lesser. You don't see that happening because nobody's fully regulating the system. Socialism. Just want to say that's called planning. The system when the ones meant to are being bought and controlled, to the point that you were saying is that we have a complete political system that is bought out. Like, so, you know, I've heard it said, you know, there's two wings on the same bird. I think what is more appropriate to say, I've also heard it said that it's just two lanes on the same road. One's a faster lane and one's a slower lane, but the end goal is you're going down the same path.
Same direction.
So what happens is, I think with entrepreneurs like you who have great intentions, what she said earlier was absolutely appropriate, is that you're projecting your good intentions on somebody else, and they're not like you at all. But they live in your grace. They got their votes in your grace. You gave them the benefit of the doubt. That's all the benefit of the doubt is grace. So you was like, oh, you know what? I'm running it like a business, and I'm a stand-up guy, and I have some bad things in my history that I'd like to like not be brought up, and da 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 da. Maybe he's the same, and it's just like, no, but he's not sorry though.
Yeah.
No.
He's got no remorse.
He has no remorse.
He's still going to do the same
There
thing.
is no...
Not even he's going to still do the same thing. He's only going to worry about himself.
Yeah.
And then you gave our country
to an
unelected official who has the power of, for some reason, has been able to subvert the power of Congress's purse and start firing people in the name of efficiency, when this person has dozens of government contracts that he can now subvert that finance from to his own personal gain.
And I gotta say something about that guy too. It's
this motherfucker just shocked me from the inside.
so let me add one thing real quick before 30 seconds.
Hold on.
When it comes to the statement of projecting, I'm only speaking for me. You get what I'm saying? And what the next person does has nothing to do with me.
Right, it's kind of how his structure benefits your business and your livelihood, correct?
Yeah.
Understood. We get that. I guess in a sense, basically what we're saying is we understand that, because that's what I was saying at the end or whatever at my point. Like, we understand why there are businesses who may not directly fit in the mold of what will make sense. And understanding almost is a word of grace, because a lot of us don't understand. But just for lack of better terms, understand why it would make sense even when you don't fit into that cookie cutter mold or whatever of exactly what he's talking about, because it's kind of taking a safer route for your well-being. Cool, respect and understood. So that's why you go in that direction, because it supports you. And so that's what you would because it supports you, you're expecting or quote unquote projecting to be able to do this with your business because of his presence brings an opportunity for or to, however that
I get what you're
grammatically makes
saying.
sense.
I get what you're saying. What you're basically saying is, when it comes to projecting, I was looking at it from a perspective of someone was saying I was projecting onto someone.
But not more so projecting onto maybe just your future based off of the
Projecting on
consequences
my
that
future.
you have to deal with.
And I can
guess.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I can absolutely agree with that.
All right, I want to change lanes real quick.
Yay. Can we talk about something more fun?
Goodness gracious.
This was depressing.
Give yourself a round of applause, man. Y'all, we made it through.
Fuck the Donald Trump. Fuck America's system. We need a regular shit that's going on. Can we go back to the barter system? I'll do bitches' nails for some eggs.
For some eggs. Oh, don't talk about eggs, man. He said day one.
I'll retwist some locks for some chicken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can make clothes too. I know how to sew. I've been real domesticated. I got you. Just give me the shit. Give me about 6 to 9 months by myself. I got you. We got a whole trade system in the crib. What's up? What's good?
All right,
Fuck
so-
this shit.
Speaking on that, what she just stated, the whole purpose of money being created
Was to create
to
the
take-
median.
Yeah, it was to take away the power of the people that actually had things, i.e., able to barter because they had stuff to barter with.
Yep.
So they created this fake thing, and
I owe you.
Yo, no, it's crazy. It's
Well,
crazy.
I mean, it worked for a while. You know,
Yeah.
it started with
It worked for a while until-
cowrie shells. That was over in, before it was like super civilization, big buildings.
But that's
all that
when
shit.
everything changed, though.
Yeah,
Once
but-
they handed that over to like,
It's human, like it's human nature for some people. Like you got people who are like Mansa
Sadly.
Musa. Mansa Musa would walk through and fuck up a whole economy because he was handing out shit to people. Like
that flooded the market with too much. So he messed
You
up
know
the
what I'm
supply
saying?
and demand. The supply
'Cause he-
outstripped the demand, and the demand
here's a
outstripped the
bar
supply.
of gold. Y'all ain't even had no shit like this out here in a while. You don't even know what to do with this. You gonna go out there and buy everything now. Everybody got gold but nothing to buy. So it's like
That actually happened in the early days of what we were talking about earlier. That actually happened in the early days of the New Deal, when all of a sudden
'Cause-
all of these things started happening, these government contracts, all
We
this money
going
started
right
being
back,
made.
bro.
Then you had an economy that had so much money and not enough things to
change the
buy,
subject?
which was crazy. But we're gonna move on from that. I really want to move on. I saw something earlier today, and we have artists in the room, and we have event coordinators and stuff like that. So I think this is a
and
dope
reformed artists.
reformed. Yeah,
You're
sure.
an artist yourself, Jive.
I am. I'm trying to get back to it. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get back to my better self. What I saw was somebody said something. It was kind of like tongue in cheek, kind of like ha ha ha, but I thought it was important and serious.
kind of like what?
What they said was everybody is making the same events with just different titles.
No, duh.
And they kind of just made a joke about it, but I thought it was important because what it says is everybody is watching other people do. Let's just say, like, Chris, you put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dope show. A lot of people come out. You have a bunch of amenities, a bunch of things that, are, in your show. You have VIP sections and bottles and
Raffle.
the lights and raffle tickets and the
These nuts.
events. The performers are like top tier. Oh my gosh, it's
Jesus.
One is enough.
it's bogus in the building. You know what I'm saying? When she over here acting up, I don't have my headphones on. Hold on.
Wild.
But-
Oh, you don't even have your head.
Oh,
yeah, you
that's
missed
why
it.
you haven't been hearing.
Yeah, you missed
Yeah,
it.
She's showing her ass over here. Crazy. She's showing her entire ass.
I didn't hear it. Let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right.
It's crazy.
And so, I don't disagree with that. I do think that there are people who there's too many of the same exact show
Oh Lord, girl.
without anybody saying, you know what, instead of trying to recreate Chris's magic, let me get in on that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Chris, you need a partner? You need somebody who may be able to, take your promotion portion to the next level? Because that's all I'm going to concentrate on. Somebody's like, you did a dope thing, man. Maybe we can, I got some sound. I got a sound system that's going to take this show to the next level. And now you have multiple heads in different departments. That's what a
I got a
corporation
take
is.
on that I want to share when
I
you
was
done.
talking about that when we had the damn conversation with all these motherfuckers in here. When are we going to create a head? Because all real shit, the white people got it. Why the fuck don't we? What would, because the Savannah music industry area, whatever the fuck that is, that's just the exact same thing that we're asking for right now. But all of them are in there.
And I'm gonna add something, right? Since I've been
Because we have it. Sorry, go ahead.
I've been in the underground for some years. I've been in the independent market for some years down here. And I will say this, at one point in time, there was a collective, there was a Wednesday night at the Island Breeze on Montgomery Street. Like there was anywhere like 100 plus people, 200 people that would come in there just to see independent artists do their thing. But they getting on stage, out of shape, look like they tired, sweating. You could tell they drinking, they smoking. They don't care about the logistics of the business. They only care about being seen by the crowd that's in the club.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got 9 out of every 10 artists doing that, why would a promoter actually try to put you on, help you elevate your music prowess, if for lack of a better term? So that is one take on it. That was real common and popular in the Savannah market. People just wanted to be seen. They didn't care about, ASCAP, ISRC codes, UPC codes, what I'm saying, being registered on BMI line. The collective does it. The collective does it. But there's more people that are doing it. Like I would say 1 out of every 10 are actually.
So then that's the point, right? So then let's just say you have a knack for finding that 10th. Dare I say the talented 10th.
Boo.
Okay.
Boo this man.
Come on, man. That was all right, man.
I'll give you that.
I want
Thank
to
you,
get those
sir.
like big Cheeto balls that be having the rice in it and the nacho cheese.
And throw it
That
at
shit
me.
be looking so fucking good.
Oh, you just talking about
Where did that come
Food.
from?
She's clearly watching.
She watched someone open them hoes like Pokeballs. God
It looks so good.
They have surprise balls in the store.
Can I make that for dinner tonight?
Kid, yeah, that's for sure.
Okay.
But
You know that was a yeah.
yeah,
Then he was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
I mean, I'm not making it.
all right, stop laughing. She's serious.
This is my stomach.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta eat it. No. But no, so you
I'll say this.
go ahead.
I feel like
My talented 10th was
a good-
it was on point. I want my shit.
I feel like a good event is a good event that has everything already. You know what I'm saying? So when people look at it, there's almost this. It's like a envy to it, a jealousy. Like it's like I'm not gonna be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to get on that stage. I'm not gonna be able to participate in this.
Right.
What can I do that's
Right.
like this? And then that's when you start seeing the offshoots. Because there's always been, like even back in the day, they just had talent shows everywhere. And I'm talking like, 70s, 80s, just talent shows. But like you said, in the city, we used to have industry night. We used to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was shit at the Jinx. There was shit at the.
But remember, the production value was
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Like,
go
when we
ahead.
had
For
the.
industry night,
Yeah.
not Island Breeze. There wasn't nobody putting no media
yeah,
out
but-
after that.
Yeah, Island
Industry
Breeze
night was doing their thing like that, but
But even, like the Jinx was like a smoke machine, lights. You can't go up there, but it was curated. That's the thing. Like the good shows were there. Like Jinx was, you couldn't go up there if you had your backup track. You had to be.
You had to know your lyrics.
Yeah, you had to know your shit. You had to have your breath control, all that shit. So there was areas like that. But what happens is these special interests come into town and they start buying these venues up, and they're like, look. Indie stuff isn't profitable. You're a college town. You need to get these kids out here drinking. So now the Jinx is shut down. There's no more. Now it's just a club where they just serving drinks to SCAD kids and Savannah State's, students, all that stuff. So it's like everything that made the industry thrive was taken away in order to serve the tourism industry or the school or the college life. It was a bottom line. So like we still have these areas, but it's more It's smaller now. It's not at these big. It's not in the heart of downtown anymore.
And
They've rented a venue out.
Okay, let me say this real quick. I want to get Shadira follower in here. It reminds me of what artist signature solo, we all know what that is, said, folks ride the wave, but nobody actually creates something new, yet get upset when you point it out. So here's a problem with that. And
But I mean, can we talk about, but also everybody talk about like the issue and the problem.
DJ Kel. DJ KD.
Everybody wants to have a conversation about the problem, right? But nobody is really truly willing to like sit through that phase where it ain't making no money, or when you have to start the beginning. Everybody just wants the big stage and the lights and the profit and shit for it. Because they're like, I know 2 people in this room, 4 motherfuckers in this room that have tried doing things or have put together or have worked and collaborated with people, and their first words is money. And I'm like, nigga, you ain't nobody outside of this fucking city. Like, respect your effort and respect your work. If you
a
got
lot of these
funds,
motherfuckers are nobody outside of that studio. There.
Hold
Thank
up.
you.
She
Let's just
said,
be 100.
let me, so we clear. Did she say 4 people in this room?
yeah, the 4 people in this room
Have done things.
have done
for
things
the community.
with people or
Yeah.
done things in the community, and the first thing a motherfucker is asking you for is money.
Oh, hell
But
yeah.
who the hell?
Okay, you heard it right this time.
Yeah, yeah.
But who the
okay,
fuck
that-
are
yeah,
you?
that
For real.
Bong.
Like, who the hell are you?
Oh, all right, that's it right. That's it.
That's just a little bit
I think I
better. My
swallowed
bad.
it wrong. I had to get it to
Went down the wrong pipe. My fault, pimp.
Pause.
It sounded like she said out of us 4, we were
I
asking.
did ask
but
you
really-
real
No,
money.
We
benefiting
work with
you.
people.
Yeah.
We're benefiting you, and then you.
And not even just that, it's still an opportunity that you can build from or start and be the face of, but you don't want to put in no fucking work behind it.
Like, here's
but
the
you
thing.
have everything to say out your goddamn mouth.
Here's the thing, and people, if you are humble enough, they're gonna get like I've worked for Bogus, and he's given me a little something. Bogus has worked for me, and I've given a little something. You know what I'm saying? This is reciprocity. When you see somebody's hustle and go, "Yo, I'm pour into you like you gonna pour into me, and we gonna build."
And then shit.
But then that's not what happens.
With
People
me?
get in their head that they're this thing already,
No, you're not.
and and without the work ethic, like you
Boy,
said.
howdy.
So let me tell y'all. I'm gonna toot my own horn real quick. Just give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
I did something called 912 Industry Night.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the country.
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Middle East when this happened,
Mhm.
right? And I could have took money and gave it to Instagram, Google, Facebook, whatever to promote. You know what I did? I set up something to where all the artists could come together and they can promote it. And whoever did the best at promoting, guess who got the money?
Yep.
Them.
Yep.
And that was episode 2. Episode 1, the highest ranked female. She did really good. Rich Rising, shout out to her. She did really good, but she came in 4th place. That she didn't gain anything. So when I brought it back for episode 2, the highest ranked female got.
So here's the thing.
But the point I'm getting at though.
Go ahead.
is this. I took, it was roughly about altogether about $2,000, about $800 for the second show, and like $1,100 for the first show, and where I just gave cash prizes to the people that were actually promoting and pushing the event.
So here's the thing, and again, this kind of harkens back to the last conversation. Your business model has ethics involved in it.
Yeah.
And there's a concept in there where you're trying to keep the business profitable, but also perform for your artists. It's a beautiful thing. We don't have that a lot. So, but to move the point along, when you, let's just say like, you know what, I'm going to create an event, which I actually am in the works of doing, creating an event that has the exclusivity that Bogus was talking about, that creates the thing where I can't perform to that level. I'm going to create a broken down version of it so I can sort of mimic
That's
what
what
it
I'm
is.
trying to get at, Jive.
Go ahead. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. My fault, man.
Listen,
He did ask for 30
Your
seconds.
30 seconds were up. I'm sorry.
okay, he don't need a
I
co-signer.
don't know- I
I
don't-
do though. I'm trying to get a new car. I got an old one.
Yeah, I don't do car sales.
I'm just saying.
I do have drive though. Here,
I see what you did.
But the point I'm getting at is, I
Annoying.
figured out a way to put us all together and move
Mhm.
as a unit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If you know that, so when it comes to business, what people don't understand about businesses are they have a panel of people that get paid just to come up with ideas, just to facilitate, just to get things together. And on the level that we're on, just because we haven't done it with other people, we don't. A lot of the collective of us don't understand that you need someone. I'm not going to, as a label, I'm not going to go and tell an artist, this is what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Or artists come to me and say, hey, I need you trying to get me to pay you to do this or do that. If we come together and create, and basically we're creating our own, like a nights round table. We're creating our own round table. I'm an event planner. You're an executive. You're an angel investor. You're the performer. You get what I'm saying? And then we all come together, create something, and then as that now, like I was telling Empress Charlotte at IC Port Savannah, and once you create something, now we got this great value. Let's say great value bleach, right? Now that we got great value bleach, let's try and get it to the point where it's Clorox, so we can mark up the price on it. That's what I was getting at what you were saying earlier about people not really coming together.
Yeah, but
And
that's
that
the
goes
thing.
back to it.
Everybody want to be CEO though. That's where
That's where I was trying to get to.
Yeah, when a team, like you saying, like that's the optimal. That's what it needs to be. But
Mhm.
you'll get there, and it'll be somebody who, you like to use your bleach example. Somebody who used to have their own bleach brand.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think about it like that. I'm gonna go do that over here and work on that."
Mhm.
Or I'm gonna take a piece of what the business has that you done got from somebody you brought in. I'm gonna take a piece of that and I'm gonna backdoor y'all. So it's like, it's like what you're saying is I 100% agree, bro. 100. You need a team. You can't go nowhere without
At
a team.
all.
But when you building that team, you gotta vet everybody like shit, because as soon as the opportunity shows up, that's when somebody true colors do too. Because you could be, I was knocking on the door of a distribution deal, and a nigga caught cold feet, and I was just like, well, we can't even move on this because it's the whole, you know what I'm saying? We was in a duo, so it's like us, like we got to go in there and do this. But it's certain things where you get your team together where, one, you got to vet people, and two, you have to make sure that everyone is ready for what you're ready for. Because if it goes well, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be more responsibility and more opportunity. And if you can't handle either one of those, ship going to sink.
Yeah,
Right.
but niggas don't think about the responsibility and all of that shit that comes along with it. But when he says something, it kind of just triggered a thought in my mind. And it has me at a point to where niggas are just solely not being creative for real. Because there's the internet. What? The bottle? Oh, shit.
I don't know why I thought you was about to throw that.
You ain't seen her mad.
Oh, yeah.
I want to add to
Neither
that.
have you. The Lord has blessed
This
you.
nigga Johnny be going through it at the house.
Fuck me and experience the damn thing. That's the crazy part about
He
it.
said she about to show you since you mouthed it off in public.
You need to put your
Mouthing
phone.
off.
You need to put your phone on the charger.
Come on.
But niggas don't be thinking for real. Like there's so many different things that they can just do on their own with like 4 people in a room. Like you don't have to do a fucking show every time. You can do a drop mic and create your own event. You can do a tiny desk and have little people with like, you don't know, there's so many different forms of ways that you can make sure.
Nigga just almost made this crashed up the podcast. Nah. I tried. That wasn't good.
Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, he ain't behind the board, so I got away with it. You gonna press the wrong button. Yeah. Yeah. See?
How dare you let him put fear in your heart, baby?
Yips.
How dare you let him put fear in your heart?
Right. It's the green wire.
But yeah, no, there's so many different things niggas could be doing for real. Like, create a show on Zoom. Do that bitch in your living room and buy a backdrop. Boom, you got a show. And have a bunch of your TikTok friends watching you.
Yep.
You can even buy a
Meanwhile, I'm
green
finna
screen.
just take my own idea for real. Although I already have tried to, and niggas just can't be consistent. But that's neither here or there.
That's the thing, bro. Like Chris,
Yeah, Chris.
like Chris was saying, there's an air of professionalism motherfuckers don't follow.
No facts, because I'm like, how I set up an agreement with you that I'm gonna be doing something every so and so months in advance, and then now you're like, oh well, I need this date, bitch. Excuse me?
Because to your point that you're making.
Can't nobody hear nothing you saying.
To your point that you're making. To the point that you're making, there is an era of when you own something, you're seeing it in its best form, right? When somebody doesn't see the vision that you see, they're giving
Take
you
the bottle the moment I'm running out.
You get. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, you already know, nigga. You was about to raise your voice.
Right.
He's like, hold on.
Yeah, I got real meek. So
Y'all gonna stop making me look
hold
like
on,
I'm
hold on,
abusive
hold
on
on,
these white folks'
hold
internet.
on. Give me 1 second.
See, you was finna do exactly what you was about to accuse me of.
Well, yeah, something I want to add real quick.
No. I'm joking. Go.
You see, I shut up though, ain't it? I ain't stupid. I'm grown. You see, I shut up, ain't it?
Everybody shut up.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was teaching you how to act.
Y'all aggravate me, bro. Damn.
Hey, yo, John. Yes, sir. That's how you talk to your girl.
Crazy battle, bro. I was thinking about this shit the other day.
I mean, you'll never. Yo, that shit'll just sit. That's traumatizing.
Bruh.
I promise to God, my father would never come to a motherfucking show. I don't give a
Nigga.
damn if that nigga just want to support. I don't care. Sit in the car and watch it live on
I
YouTube.
don't think you can come to any type.
Do you know
of
what we're
show.
talking about?
You watch battle rap?
Oh, man.
I've seen some. I know what it is.
Have you ever seen the Averb Hitman Holla battle?
Nah.
All right, I'll quick rundown, super quick, bro. Averb was losing the battle. There's 3 rounds.
Getting his shit
He
wrong.
was getting bombed on.
I think I saw that. That's how you talk to your bitch. I saw that one.
No. Son.
Oh no, that's how you talk to your son. Yeah, I saw that one.
Bruh, he was.
I saw
he
that.
was
I saw
in
it. I
there
saw it.
Talking to this nigga like, you're not from the streets. You don't want to live this life. It's different out here. And then he said, "Hey, Big Gerald." The nigga's dad answers like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "That's how you talk to your son." Flip the whole battle around. Won the whole thing. And that's the only thing niggas remember. That's it.
That's kind of like in a fight. If you know somebody about to whip your ass, you walk up to them and just open palm smack the shit out of them. You might get your ass whipped, but they gonna remember that slap.
Nah, bro, he slapped the fuck out that nigga.
Did he win? No, but that
But-
slap.
I think he lost his foot and off. They'll make excuses for it.
Yeah. No, man.
He
He was,
slapped him so hard he slipped. He lost his balance.
and then he just took advantage. It wasn't
Yeah,
fair, really.
He just followed through. Man.
But what we was talking about though, like what you were saying about vetting people and everybody want to be the CEO.
Oh my God.
You have to let drivers drive, let shooters shoot, let talkers talk.
What
You know what I'm
happens when a
saying?
nigga
And
don't know-
bullshitters shit.
Yeah, but what happens when a nigga don't know their position? What happens when a nigga doesn't understand their qualifications and their job description?
Because let me tell you
He
something.
shouldn't be in the team.
Let me
then.
tell you something.
That's
Because
a part of your
you
vetting
may
process.
you
Amen.
may do something so hard, so effortlessly, it appears that you fool somebody into think they can do what you do.
Like,
There are a lot of people who, like, I've seen Bogus get on stage. Bogus knows all of his words. Bogus has stage presence. Bogus has all of the things you would need to be on stage and get to the level that you've achieved. But you make it look a little easy.
those are facts.
You're smiling when you're doing it. You're moving around. You're pointing at people in the audience. You're having a good old-fashioned time. And the person in the audience that doesn't understand is looking at you like, well, first of all, if they don't even have the level of esteem for you as a person first, then they're going to be like, that's just Bogus. Not,
This nigga in a suit, he just doing his thing.
he just doing, I can do that. And then they get it in their head, one, without rehearsal, because for some reason, motherfuckers just don't believe in rehearsal
Oh, man.
at all. Like, I remember, what's that basketball player? Was Jason Williams. He did that behind the back with the elbow trick. Everybody was like, "Oh
White
my God, that
chocolate.
was crazy! That was crazy." He said, "I practiced that 100 times before y'all saw it once,
Nigga.
and nobody has footage of the practice."
And Dion said it best. He said, "I practice like I play. So when I play, it's like I'm practicing."
Yeah.
That's it. So, but then
Not a
if you are
game, not
if
a
you are
game,
just
but practice.
you,
Not the game.
not the game.
Not the game I go out there and sacrifice for every night.
practice.
Practice?
Y'all talking about practice?
Practice?
Not a game.
That nigga, yo. Bruh.
And then look.
Legendary.
The team was like, we understood what he said. He just didn't say it right. We got him.
But that's the thing. The team was like, no, we ain't even upset. We know what he's saying. It's like, no, he's not a good teammate.
They trying to make you not like him. No.
Man.
But so let's just say that like you're watching I-912 Radio's doing its thing. King Bogus is out here, a signed artist. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody's gonna see you, see how nonchalant you are. Look at you right now. Glasses on, chilling, leaned back, staring at your phone, not paying attention to the room you're actually in. He still didn't hear anything I said.
I heard everything you said. So, but let me get on. Hey, but let me get on. Let me tell you how jive be getting jive sometimes. So let me go on and get them together real quick. Not only am I paying attention to the room that I'm in, I'm actually helping the numbers.
I knew I was here.
Put it on the camera.
I'm actually,
No, don't
I'm
do
actually, I'm actually supporting the podcast. I'm literally watching
Now,
me
roll up yourself
watch
right
him.
now.
You get
I don't
what
know
I'm
what button
saying?
it is. I would do it.
I don't know
So,
what.
so much for not paying attention to the room.
Right, there you go. I don't know what button it is. Hold on. No, that's not
Oh
it.
my God. You're
Hold
on the wrong row.
Right, I think so.
Bottom row left. Bottom row far left, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong as hell. I got to be in front of it.
The fact
that wasn't it.
It's the middle one?
your notifications.
There we go.
Your notifications are seriously in the same room as us.
Yeah, this loud as
In
shit.
the same room.
It's crazy.
Your notification on the mic right across from me.
Yeah, he having a whole conversation with the crew.
God damn.
All right, it's off. But yeah, no. So and all jokes aside, like you make it look easy. So somebody's gonna see I-912. They're gonna see how nonchalant you are. They're gonna see how you know what I'm saying, can just do your thing, and they're gonna be like, "Nigga, I could do that." I've been doing shows for a very long time, and I've seen people take my show idea and then try to recreate it. I've been working with Spitfire. I've watched people go into a Spitfire event, packed house, and then go into that same venue right behind them and go, I am going to do exactly what they just did with my logo on it.
Facts. I've seen it too.
You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, I thought we just did that show like a week ago. Same show. But it's something about in our community, is my opinion, that we've sort of shifted away from gang culture, but we took the ethics of gang culture into business. And now it's this brand war in place of gang wars. Like we're all fighting for branding. But it's the same
We
thing.
gotta put WD-40 on these bitches, because goddamn.
Yeah, them motherfuckers hurting.
Yeah. But so I-912,
We can
I'm like, nigga, I got clicked up, man. I'm going to do exactly what I-912 is doing. I don't know exactly what it takes to do what you do.
But it look good.
You got an idea what it looks like.
But I have an idea what it
I
looks
know what
like.
it look like to make it look like it's
Right.
doing
So, and that's called a front.
Yeah.
So a lot of cats are fronting. You know what I'm saying? You have the background. You have
Fake it till you make it, baby.
You have the infrastructure.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how them niggas live. Fake it till you make it.
That's how I live.
Right.
And you're the make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like fake it till I get there. So I just got to keep biting, and then I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
But so how dope would it be if me, you, her,
I like it.
all came in the room and said, we all do the same show. And we all have like 20,
You know what's
30 people,
hilarious?
40, 50 people that come out.
We have, and it just hasn't happened.
What if we just said like, oh man, just
That
like she
part.
said, what if we just came together and
We
just
talking a lot.
created an umbrella? I had this conversation
That was the first
before.
part.
Telling you.
But what happens is when you get into the room with these people who don't have the
the understanding.
understanding, but the security. There has to be a security of the fidelity of your business or your artistry. That understands you're not gonna get lost just because you're not out front. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm about to get on. So
Oh yeah, dude.
6:30.
Yeah.
6:30.
Before you go,
That's like I'm sorry, that's security in self. You can't give nobody that. And you can be as structured as you are as a business.
Yeah.
But the moment somebody get an idea that you trying to cheat them, fuck that.
Or just the idea, because sometimes your efficacy, your effectiveness can be the thing that makes somebody go, no, I'm not doing this. This motherfucker's too good, and I'm gonna get lost. And they're gonna just think it's about that person, even though you could do everything to say, no, this is not what I'm doing. They don't have the fidelity in their own business model to go.
Or just wherewithal as a human. You just realize everything isn't supposed to be about you until it's your time to shine.
That
Relax. It's okay to be a part of a team, bitch.
It's a lot of insecurity.
And I got a grievance I want to air out too, real quick, man. Before we,
I was just joking. I'm sorry.
Nah, what's up? You trying to run it on cam?
yeah.
You can put it in the corner of the room.
That's crazy.
So what happened? What Kel brought up the topic of
What I
us
say?
looking out for people.
Yeah, it's
Bring
you.
your mic down. Bring your mic down.
It's you, nigga.
Us looking out for people, and then that person that we looked out for is asking for money, right? So to hit on that, something I had while I was gone, and I was getting music videos done so artists can have visuals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a young lady that was, I'm not going to put names on it, but the situation is a real thing. I had a young lady that was going to be a host for the episode 2 of season 2 top 10 music video
Okay,
countdown, right?
Doing me. I was about to say.
Oh yeah. Nah, you good, Kels.
That's crazy.
You good, Kels.
Whoa. I'm just
so
joking.
The
Go
young
ahead.
lady in question
So-
is actually KD.
So what actually happened was the girlfriend of the artist said, he can't do no music. She can't be in no music video with him.
Excuse me?
Yep.
I said, oh wow. And then the girlfriend says, put me in the music video, basically bogarting her way into the music video, and then asked me to pay her to be in it.
Absolutely not.
But you know what I did? I paid her.
You paid her the total amount? Or?
No, I paid her what I was going to pay the other young lady,
Mm-hmm.
and then I no longer did any other business with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I respect that part.
That's a bridge. And
Yeah.
they burnt it.
Burnt
Yeah.
that. I cut it, and then I cut ties. And they're gonna, if they hear this, they're in our immediate circle in terms of this entertainment stuff, so they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Probably
They'll get it.
themselves. That's probably how it goes.
Yeah.
My thing is just like you can't intervening, like causing an issue. Like okay, the other day, he just said that he's getting into music or whatever, and this is one of the first tracks that he's putting out. He mentioned another female as a voice that he wanted on there. I can't be offended by that. My voice doesn't fit every fucking thing, and I have to know that, and I have to be confident in myself and know, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't stop his career because I feel some type of way. Bitch, no, you're selfish. Sorry, I don't care.
It's crazy work.
But here's the thing, to the point that she was making, like she has enough confidence in her trajectory and her path and what she's doing to go, okay, I see what you're doing, and then just let it wash.
Mm-hmm.
But if you feel like every opportunity is the last opportunity you're ever going to get, then everything becomes a state of emergency.
It's all smoke.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
So-
all DEFCON 5.
So it's like, yo,
I've been
I-912
with
is
you
the
at
highest that
yeah.
I've seen. And if I've seen couples, not just women, men as well, who are the other party, be so insecure.
Oh,
boy.
I know it.
About
Boy,
that.
first-hand situation. Can I talk about it?
Go ahead.
Can I
go ahead.
please? All right, so yo, listen. All right, so boom. I was
Where the
dating
teacups
this.
at? Where the teacups at?
Right? She said,
You
so
want the
boom.
bottom? I'll let you figure. I'll let you fill it up real quick. But nah, so me and the dude we dating, both of us are artists or whatever. Cool. He's been working, but he hadn't been doing anything. I came into this is when I moved to Florida. Came into the city, working with a team, getting my shit together, working with them. Da 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 da. Da. Cool, bet. So honestly and truthfully, at the beginning, me and dude, we just fucking. It ain't no relationship or nothing. I don't owe you shit. So when the relationship do come, eventually you have some grievances because I never put you in the door. And I'm like, nigga, I was barely in the door. Fuck is you talking about? Why would I squeeze 2 people in that bitch and I'm barely fitting in that hole? You got me fucked up. That's not
I
happening.
think he was mad because his dick wasn't as good as he thought it was.
No, the dick was great. That didn't have nothing to do with it. Business is business and dick is dick.
He
Those are
wanted
two
a
different.
Coretta, damn it.
And I'm not her. So that ain't even it. So you upset about that? All right, cool, whatever. I wash it. I'm not even working with the people like that no more
Crazy.
at the time. I'm kind of just living life at this point. Boom, we at your cousin because he has a studio, and so we at his house or whatever, and y'all want me to make songs with both of y'all. Whatever, cool. I'm looking through beats. How long does it take you on average sometimes to look for a beat?
It depends on the producer. It might take a little bit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So they were going for a few hours at this point. I finally found like 2 beats that I'm fucking with. So I'm like, all right, this one I know I can play around on, kind of get my creative juices flowing because it's simple. It don't take no mental math to go into this. So then that way when I get to the serious shit, I'm already in that mode. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Boom. The song that I was just pussyfooting around is for his cousin. So that one was already like halfway done, but only because it was more back and forth type shit. So I can already predict what he needed to say.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the other dude, I didn't have as much. Me and my actual boyfriend at the time, I didn't have as much for hours. But I knew what I wanted it to be, and it had to be something we both sat down and did.
Mhm.
You know, this nigga got mad because it was more lyrics
Yep.
for the other one than it was for. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm assuming that's why you left him.
Child, no.
Of course not. Why would you? See, Chris don't know.
At that point in time, I didn't care. Like, I wasn't on a morale leaving point. I was already, both of us was homeless. We ain't have shit. It was just like, we was just getting through life together at that point. I didn't really care. It was a ride or die situation is what it became. And so that's why I didn't leave immediately. I left when I went back home because I was just like, fuck all this shit. I don't have the time and energy for
Why
it.
am I doing this?
Yeah, so I just left completely. So no, that wasn't the breaking straw. It was a lot of things that should have been the straw that broke the camel's back that didn't.
I
But
already
what
knew.
was me losing my card, and that's when I left. When I lose the stuff that makes me me or gives me my accessibility, that's when I go. I don't really give a damn about your bullshit for real, because like I'm patient enough and I'll just ignore it. But I have to concentrate and make sure I'm good. Once I'm not okay anymore, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
So to the point though, you see what I'm saying? Like,
That nigga
so
was bonkers, fam.
when
Sorry.
when you are dope enough, I remember, like, I saw this one thing, and
Like, what the fuck?
there was this lady, there was a guy, I forgot, somebody told me the story before I met the person, but their boyfriend was going to go play basketball for a college. Full ride, the whole thing. The girlfriend was like, if you go, I'm leaving you.
Oh, I hope he left that bitch.
No, he stayed.
You dumb nigga.
You see what I'm saying? But that's the emotional hostage taking because of
He
the fear.
stayed?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That bitch wasn't for you.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm gonna say this though. She has a point.
No, she don't.
She does. Like,
Yeah, because he's going to get on and he's
Okay, but if that's the case, then that's his thing. You can't control that. If
That's
y'all
that
had a
narcissistic shit.
foundational relationship, you shouldn't be worried about him going to chase his dreams and then possibly fucking another bitch. If he do that, you find out, leave.
I'm gonna
And
just say
she
this.
knows she wasn't doing her part. That's what it was. She knows she wasn't doing what she could have been doing. That's what it was. That's why she felt that way.
Because my thing is, all right, cool, go chase your dreams. Be on some fuck shit, I'm out the door. But
But
don't just end it at the beginning.
No, but
Like, you already assumed he wasn't shit.
it's that. I mean,
So you knew, so you
But
was dealing
she's
with a nigga
not-
that wasn't shit.
from what I see, even like with her saying that,
That was a bar though. Hear that bar she said though. You was dealing with a nigga that wasn't shit. You knew he wasn't shit off rip.
But even it could be that, or it could be like you saying, like she knew she wasn't doing her part. Because it's like you're going, like whenever motherfuckers go off to college, you're going to like there's a lot of cream of the crop coming to one spot. All right,
This is true.
especially if you're
But that
on
nigga's-
the hold
he-
on, you're getting a
He not even
full,
cream no more.
you're getting a full
even
ride
cream
scholarship to go play. What was it?
basketball.
To go play basketball.
Yeah, but he not even cream no more.
What you mean?
He the cream of the crop there.
No, I'm
he
talking
coulda-
about the other people coming.
Like,
Like,
he's the cream of the crop amongst the cream of the crop.
That
Like,
he's in, right.
He's a
And then
big
he
fish
leaves.
in a pond.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
No,
I'm
no, 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 no.
misunderstanding then. What
I'm
you saying?
whenever you go to college, university, anything like that,
Yeah.
there's there's other people who are considered cream of the crop where they're at. Whether,
Yeah, no, of course.
Whether they've been the finest thing that ever existed in Wichita, Kansas. You know what I'm saying? Coming to fucking Savannah State or some shit.
Which
Like,
Kansas is good.
like there's some people who are just like bona fide tens, have no business being from where they're from, coming to, and it's a lot of that when you go to college, and it's people you didn't even know existed before, and this is like we talking like a full ride, like, and I'm going off of many situations I've seen where it's people who were in a relationship. Like the most recent one was somebody was in a relationship, they were gonna make it work. He went out, he had a full ride scholarship to play basketball. This nigga went and became the assistant to the volleyball team. Okay? And was just like, what? It's just sports. I'm just in the sports world. You don't trust me? It's like, okay. Look, bro. Like, we all know what you're doing right now.
And we know what them
I mean,
volleyball
yeah,
girls
but
be doing,
at least he
like,
find. But my thing is, at least you find out then, because at that point you're
Volleyball
just
girls
dealing
be
with a
different.
whole bunch of delusions. That nigga
Like, look,
ain't shit
I remember
from the
I
get
dated
go.
a chick that was going off to college, and I told her we can just break up here
That's crazy.
because I get it. You're going to go off and have that experience, and I'd rather us break up respectfully
Then it being
than you go off and then do exactly what you're gonna do. No, she fought it tooth and nail,
and then
cheated. And I was just like, we could have not done this part.
and I feel like that's just people. It's men and women. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure.
'Cause it's a whole new world. You going out into adulthood. You meeting all these people you never met before outside of your town.
Like Chris right here. He's been a soldier for a very long time. I was a soldier. When you get to your unit,
even
you
that
are
shit,
in the most peak physical condition
nigga And
around other
everyone-
people is in their peak physical condition.
I did ROTC in college, and we was linked with Georgia Tech, Spelman, Clark. So it's like,
And what are you guys doing? Doing all these team building
nigga,
connections with your physical self, doing and these shared memories, bro. Come on, man. Why, that's why they say like the military is one of the highest rates of infidelity and
Bro.
divorce.
It is one of the best jobs for family financially, but when it comes to the relationship of the family, it is the worst.
Ooh-wee.
I'm gonna say this, and I gotta bounce, bro.
Yeah.
At my unit, they had
What was your MOS?
no.
No, he was college. He was
Yeah.
college.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Yeah.
okay.
At my unit, they had a sex ring. Okay, all of the upperclassmen men were fucking the underclassmen women, so that they didn't have to go to the Mando activities. They didn't have to go to drill or PT, but the chits still had to be handed out. So all of the underclassmen males got the chits, got the demerits. So niggas just walk around with 18, 15, 20. I had like 21 chits. And you know you're supposed to only get like 3. And then when you get 3, you speak to the captain. Like you go, they have a battalion mass. Like niggas, everyone got to come see what the fuck is your problem. Niggas was walking around with double-digit chits. Just because motherfuckers was fucking.
Man, don't get me started.
I know, and I know how niggas get down on the ship. I know, like, bruh, they had the shit. Every time we went to drill, they was talking about the ship stories and how women was prostituting themselves out or.
Yo,
when we went overseas, G, man.
let me, in Afghanistan,
It's clapped up out there.
my first Afghanistan deployment, they got the interpreters, and the interpreters, like, let's say for the sake of simple math, you got interpreter 1, 2, and 3. You got to get from 3 all the way up to 1, and once you get to 1, you can then come to the U.S. and get citizenship and all that stuff. They had male officers having sex with the male interpreters in order to give them their paperwork to go to the next from 3 to 1.
America, fuck yeah.
That was wild. Like, I think, excuse me, I would say absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, man, it's never not true.
So whenever there is a dynamic to where
I hate that though.
there's a collective and there's a power structure in that collective, somebody gonna be fucking somebody.
Somebody acting up.
I worked at a Walmart one time,
Nigga.
bruh.
Bro, Walmart is fucking crazy.
That's a whole city inside the city.
Nigga.
I'm not even lying to you. It was going down in Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The reason why,
Damn, I missed the
I have been on my
I
last.
don't even date nobody at Walmart.
I've
That
lived
shit
on
be-
my last leg. If my mama don't send me this money, nigga, we're cooked. And it was like, what about working at Walmart? Oh, fuck no.
No.
I'm not doing that.
mm,
I know what happens in there. You'll be, oh, hell no.
Man,
No.
niggas be getting stabbed over the relationships at Walmart.
Man, that joint
Like,
is.
don't nobody know but y'all in the store.
Right.
That's it.
Now it's
you go
like-
outside the store, y'all don't know each other.
Like,
but
nigga.
inside the store, and it's always that guy or that chick that's messing with everybody, or that guy that got all the girls. It's always.
Man, it can't be. Not I, said the cat.
Yeah, no, that sounds like high school all over.
Oh, that's
I'm
exactly
glad
what
I've
it is.
Never worked there before.
So we was in my.
Let
This
me
is,
go ahead. I'm gonna be sitting here.
All right, boy. Yo, man,
Bye,
thank you for
Bogus.
coming through the bogus.
See you Tuesday.
No.
I'll be there on time.
All right.
All right, bro, be easy.
I got
Speaking
you.
of, I need to edit
BT
that
dubs.
goddamn video.
I got you. I got
Had a
you.
very
Last time was something special, man. All right, yo. Yo, you get that wire. All right, cool beans. Go
I
ahead.
about caught a flashback just then when he said pull the wire.
We was actually making that joke before you got in here, which is kind of crazy. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah, that's literally what you know what I'm saying, like real time. Yeah, great conversation though. You know,
Oh yeah, it's been 2 hours. About to get up out of here. We gonna do
yeah,
some offline talking.
yeah.
Let's just go
I
ahead.
want food.
Yo, it's been a dope conversation. I hope you guys, everybody out there in podcast land, really dug it in, man. Thank you for Chris coming through. That guy, Kels, they see you. Yo, anticipating great things going forward, man. It has been an excellent episode.
Wait, did they get my kiss?
Hold on. There you go.
You heard it. I can hear it.
Yo, we out of here. Thank you guys for waiting. If you waited, thank you guys, man. Traffic is crazy, man, but we are doing our thing. We love you very much. From here, from Clicked Out, crazy. From Clicked Up Studios,
How you mess up
We
your
out.
own name?
because I'm going to say we out and
There
then
you go,
Clicked
be a
Up.
job
and,
again, English.
yeah, there's too many words happening at the same time. Yo, we out of here like last year. Peace.
See